time here. Mine still felt like it was yesterday. How we're moving fast, probably too fast to even catch the play. Spend some night, she pack a bag, right to me, just getting gas. Coming back, I want it bad, I'ma touch it first. Eat it last, it's temporary. Holly damn emotion said it's temporary. My pain deeper than the ocean. Temporary feelings mixed with temporary pleasures. All these temporary moments and these temporary treasures. Temporary circumstances to temporary measures. Temporary friends and even temporary schedules. Temporary smiles and temporary goals. Temporary women sliding on temporary poles. Temporary comments and temporary trolls. I just pray that God bless me. Ain't no temporary souls. I'm a saint, but I sin. I checked in the game to win. I left, she loving me again. I let her cry out the bins and they say time here. Mine still felt like it was yesterday. How we're moving fast, probably too fast to even catch the play. Spend some night, she pack a bag, right to me, just getting gas. Coming back, I want it bad, I'ma touch it first. Eat it last, it's temporary. Holly damn emotion said it's temporary. My pain deeper than the ocean.
Oh man, what it do, chat? Y'all ready for the night's episode? Why does my camera look like it's off to the side, big dog? What? Y'all ready for the night, chat? Double tap the screen, shut the live out, man. We finna get into it. Hold on, man. Let me make sure I got everything loaded up, chat. Alright, hold on, man. Make sure I got it all together.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Okay, chat. What the hell is my shit? Hold on, chat. Alright. Fair enough. Why my light all in y'all damn way? Can y'all see that light right there? Alright, chat, we finna get into it, man.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube. Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
Alright, chat, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. I hope everybody's having a good night, man. We finna get into it. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. What we doing tonight, chat? Double tap the screen, shut a live out. What we doing tonight, chat? We got an action-packed episode, man. We got Umar Johnson returns. Charlie Kirk case closed with a government open this weekend. We got EBT cut off. You said you went to the store, Dark and Mama Money. What it do? Big Niece, what it do? We got an action-packed episode, man. Y'all double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live and he running his mouth. I don't care if you far left, far right, liberal, conservative, Marxist, fascist, alien, NPC, get your ass in. We finna have them conversations tonight, man. We got an action-packed episode. We got this lady from TPUSA. She got into it with a guy who was yelling at her, calling her a bigot and all of that. We gonna get into that. We also got politicians getting called out at their town halls for taking that APAC money, man. They getting called out live in action. We also got a clip of Brandon Johnson. Somebody went crazy on Brandon Johnson. Also, we got TPV Sean breaking some more, speculation about the Charlie Kirk situation. And we got Nick O'Neal, the guy that went viral for the fake girlfriend, saying he was 43 with no kids and he was a crypto millionaire. Well, the girl came out and said he was a damn lie. He paid her $400 for the photo shoot. He's saying, look, yeah, I gave you $400 for the photo shoot, but that was because you was my girlfriend, man. You was a content creator. You was my girlfriend. I wanted to help you out. Now, she left him. We finna get into all of that, chat. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We got an action-packed episode. We gonna get into that Umar Johnson interview at the end of all of that, man. That's the main topic tonight, is the Umar Johnson interview. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. Call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live, and he running his mouth. Lala, you got them plain lays ready? We in intro mode. Where that baby go there?
that don't come with no check. I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say that they got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Joy. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. That bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a spread. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you. These niggas broke, I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Puff the blood, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no dick. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it tonight. She spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fucking like so in the bed. I call them twin. I call them twin. Bed, I call them twin. Bitch, and shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 = 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on me, they tryna get them gone. What you call it, Jet Wet? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest powder, it's pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody cut out, we celebrating, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm tryna get that milk about them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. Shit different type of free, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, and sum me up like be hustle.
Oh, man. Y'all locked in, chat. I'm ready to have a good night tonight. I'm ready to have a good stream. Are y'all locked in, chat? Double tap the screen. Shut a live out. Call your auntie, uncle, and your cousin. Tell them plug live, and he running his mouth. We got an action-packed episode, man. You said APAC Trackers created an amazing paper trail to see who took that money. It's over for them. I'm going to ask y'all this, chat. I'm going to ask y'all this. Who do y'all feel like is wrong in this situation? Do you feel like these politicians are wrong for taking this APAC money? Or do you feel like it's just a part of politics? They took it before and now it's coming to bite them in the ass. How do y'all feel about that, chat? Double tap the screen, shut a live out. Jason, what it do? What it do, big niece? What's up, Carlos? What's up, H Buster? Man, y'all double tap the screen, shut a live out, chat. Y'all let me know in the comments also. Do y'all think Tyler Robinson was the shooter? Cash Patel said they got the right man in custody, and the Kirk case is closed. They're not looking at any more angles. It's closed. Do y'all think they got the right guy, chat? Put Tyler or other in the chat. If y'all think it was Tyler Robinson and they got the right guy, put Tyler. If y'all think it was somebody else, put other in the chat. We finna get into it. This is a I don't know if it's a town hall or what's going on. I see a timer up there, but this is a lady from Chicago going the hell off on Brandon Johnson, man. I'm not gonna lie. Jason, I know you down there in Chicago, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about Brandon Johnson, because this lady right here ain't fucking with him.
3 years up here. Here, you got a real South Shore resident of 63 years up here. Not no paid protester, not somebody that's paid with a 501c3. You got a real, live South Shore resident at this mic. Now what you're gonna do for the citizens of South Shore and the black people of Chicago, you're gonna stop with all this fake black facade you're doing. You're going to stop that. Because first of all, you're going to deal with the fact that word on the street is you're a Haitian. And if
she said you gonna stop this fake black facade. Word on the street is you a Haitian, man. So is Brandon Johnson a Haitian, chat? I mean, does it matter if he is a Haitian? Is he calling out fake black facade? I'm just gonna keep it real. I cannot tell a lie right now, chat. I cannot tell a lie. If he's a Haitian, it's a little bit different because he's saying he's out there speaking like this is the fight of all black people, but it's a little different looking at it through the eyes of a Haitian. I'm just gonna be real, chat. Is Brandon Johnson black? Are they giving Brandon Johnson the Kamala Harris effect? The Kamala Harris effect? Is this the Kamala Harris effect? Touching down in Chicago with Brandon Johnson, man. Is Brandon Johnson Haitian, bruh?
Stop with all this fake black facade you doing.
Oh shit, Carlos, why does it matter? You might have to call in, because I can tell you why it matters. Because once you get the rally in the black community, the FBAs, the black Americans and shit, and you're not being transparent about you being black. It's a little different, man. It's a little different. Why ain't you calling out to the Haitians? Why you not calling the Haitians to come to the fucking front, man? Let's be real. Why? Because he's specifically calling on black Americans, man. FBA's niggas, man. I can't sugarcoat. He's calling on niggas, man. Straight up.
You won't stop that. Because first of all, you're going to deal with the fact that word on the street is you're a Haitian. And if that be the case, that explains a lot. But if you're not, we're going to dethrone.
This why it matters, Carlos. You said, is he not black enough? I mean, shit, yeah, he black. It's the rhetoric. It's the way he's going about it. Like, because when you look at the stark differences, a lot of these people in Chicago, a lot of these black people, this woman says she been living in South Shore for 63 years. She's saying, look, we don't want the illegal immigrants here. We want y'all to get them the hell out. Trump is trying to get them the hell out. Y'all have made this a sanctuary city. They have asked y'all to let them go into the jails and get these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got to go in the neighborhood. We can go to the jails. Y'all not letting us go to the jails. This woman is saying it makes a lot of sense that you're not working with them because you're Haitian. This is your fight. It's the same conversation, Carlos, you and Dorsey had last night and Jason. When Jason was saying this isn't black people's fight and Dorsey was saying this isn't the black Americans' fight, this is a prime example of that convo y'all had last night. Because Brandon Johnson is making it a fight and he's bringing a black community into it. The black community in Chicago, a large part of it, I'm not saying everybody, a large part of it is with the deportations. Brandon Johnson is speaking on behalf of all black people like we're not with this shit. They're saying we are with this shit. And they're saying, Brandon Johnson, it seems to me like the only reason you are with this shit is because you're Haitian.
Acclamation you gave yourself at that Black Caucus thing where you said that you the freest black man in America right now. I dare you insult black men like.
That's the thing. And he said, I haven't seen that clip. We're going to have to pull it up. Brandon Johnson said he's the freest black man in America. I'm just going to say, what does that mean? And what the hell does that mean if you Haitian? What do you mean you the freest black man in America? How, nigga? How? I just want to know how. I mean, I'm not saying you not. Just let me know how. How are you the freest black? How did you come to this conclusion? How did you get there? I just want to know what freedoms do you have, nigga, that I don't, Brandon Johnson? Since you the freest black man in America, what freedoms do you have that I don't, nigga? That's what I want to know.
You're a far cry from that. You're sitting here talking against Trump, trying to make him look this way or that way, when we right here this morning saw you misuse the police department to violate our rights as citizens, right? You told them that they cannot participate in getting these illegal immigrants while you sat up here and misrepresented that raid on South Shore Drive like black people was getting beat up and all that over there. You know that's a lie. I live over there, and black people over there, we kicking in and we chilling because ICE ain't looking for us. And you know they're not. They're coming to get what we asked our president to do, and that was to engage in mass deportation, to get these illegals out of our country. We are...
Lala, what it do? I'm in here on Carlos' ass right now, waiting on him to call in, because I just opened the phone line for Carlos only, and he got the damn number. Him, Jason, and Dorsey got into it last night about this same situation. Basically, Brandon Johnson is calling for all the black people to get together, which is cool. I said, Brandon Johnson, this is your time. Trump calling out Chicago, you on the national stage. Now's your time to shine. This woman came up here to the town hall or whatever and was like, look, Brandon Johnson, you up here calling for all the black people to get together and fight against ICE and shit, and we want ICE here. You're talking on behalf, she says she's 63 from South Shore, Chicago, and I've seen the videos a lot. I've talked to people from Chicago a lot. I got a lot of friends in Chicago. They own some shit like shit. It is what it is, you know? So Brandon Johnson is getting the black people riled up, and she's saying, this woman, I don't know. This woman is saying Brandon Johnson, word on the street is he's Haitian. So me, using my analytical skills, you know what I'm saying, 130, 134 IQ, I was like, well, damn, that does make the situation a little different because that's now more of his fight. The Haitians were next to get deported. They said starting in August, or was it September? September, the Haitians was going to start getting deported, but they have been backlogged. That's why they sending all of these extra help to these processing facilities to get the Latino community out of there so they can start on the Haitians. Now, Brandon Johnson is Haitian. I'm not saying he's not a citizen, but if he has Haitian roots, it's a little bit more of his fight. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm not saying you not saying it from your chest, Carlos. I'm saying that I can have this convo tonight. Last night I was a little sleepy. I didn't know what the fuck I had going. But tonight, I can have this convo. If Brandon Johnson is Haitian and the Trump administration said, look, man, after we get the Latino community together and we get the illegal crossings out of here, we coming to the Haitians next. That's what this woman is alluding to, I get. Well, she said word on the street is you Haitian. I'm saying that shit, if he's Haitian, this now becomes more of his fight. No, I don't want to put the phone number up right now. The only person I want to call in is Carlos. Only person I want to call in right now, Carlos. Carlos know how to call in if he want to. He ain't got to, but he know how to call in if he want to. I'm going to start this clip over.
Got a real South Shore resident of 63 years up here. Not no paid protester. Not somebody that's paid with a 501c3. You got a real, live South Shore resident at this mic. Now, what you're going to do for the citizens of South Shore.
A Haitian is, they come from Haiti. Haiti, the country Haiti. If you have origins from Haiti, roots from Haiti, you will be considered a Haitian or of Haitian descent background.
People of Chicago, you're going to stop with all this fake black facade you're doing. You're going to stop that. Because first of all, you're going to deal with the fact that word on the street is you're a Haitian. And if that be the case, that explains a lot. But if you're not, we're going to dethrone this self-acclamation you gave yourself at that Black Caucus thing, where you said that you're the freest black man in America right now. I dare you insult black men like that. You are a far cry from that. You're sitting here talking against Trump, trying to make him look this way or that way, when we right here this morning saw you misuse.
Damn. Carlos, I'm gonna have to call you right back, man. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I'm gonna reset the live so I can call Carlos back. Stay right here, man. Double tap the screen, shut the live out, chat. We 25 subs away from the next sub goal. Y'all not gonna miss this. All right, chat. Let me call Carlos back. Y'all press 1 if I'm back live. Y'all press 1 if I'm back live, man. Let me call Carlos. Carlos, you got to call back, man. Your phone number not up here. Carlos, call back. Call back, Carlos. Your phone number not up here. It should be good to call. Y'all double tap the screen, shut a live out while we waiting on Carlos to call back.
Not somebody.
Carlos.
Carlos, what's going on, man? Tell the chat where you calling from for the first timers.
What up? Home from Miami.
All right, man. Carlos from Miami, man. Shit, you could take off, man. I'll let you start the convo.
I was just asking a question. I don't know why
Okay.
I'm getting so damn heated.
Nah. What's the question? So we can all be on the same page.
I was just asking, like, isn't he still black, though?
I mean, yeah, okay. So this is how it is. It depends on the perspective. It depends on who's asking.
Why does it depend on who's asking?
Because it's the same way. It's the same way. Like I would assume to a white person, y'all say I'm lagging. I'm lagging. How the fuck am I lagging? Oh, I am lagging. Chat, am I back? Am I back or am I lagging?
Yeah, you lagging.
Why the fuck am I lagging? Hold on. Are we still lagging? Or are we back, chat? Are we lagging or are we back? They say you fine, no lag. All right, bet. Okay. So it depends on who's asking because it's like this. Let's say it's me, you know what I'm saying? And I see a group of Latinos. I'm just gonna say they Hispanic. I'm going, whether they Guatemalan, whether they Salvadorian, whether they whatever, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So that's why I say it depends on who's asking. Like the black folks, like you saying like, oh, isn't he still black? Well, shit. If you ask a real Haitian, are they black? They gonna say, nah, I'm Haitian. If you ask a real, you know what I'm saying, Nigerian or African, they're gonna say, I'm from Nigeria. I'm Nigerian. Black is a blanket term.
General audience is gonna acknowledge them as black, though.
Correct. That's what you bestow upon people. That's what the world bestows on them. That doesn't make it their truth. Just because the world thinks a Guatemalan, a Salvadorian, and a Mexican is the same doesn't make that their truth.
I understand that 100%.
So it's the why can't we see that for the blacks and Haitians and shit?
Oh, we absolutely can. I mean, at the end of the day, the average American is going to see him as black.
Correct.
Do we agree on that?
Correct. Yeah. That's where you get the infighting. That's what the whole problem with the black community is with the other people that identify as black. It's like shit. Everybody sees y'all as black. Y'all go through the same plight, but in argument, I'm still called a hard ER. You know what I'm saying? See, when a black American and a black American get into it, they might say nigga, but they're not going to use it as a derogatory term. I'm not going to be like, you nigga, you know what I'm saying? But when you go outside of that, just because we're both a darker complexion, I've had Haitians call me nigger. You know what I'm saying? I've had Nigerians call me nigger. You know what I'm saying? And they've been very clear, like, I'm not like you niggas. Y'all niggas want food stamps. Y'all niggas want government handouts. You niggas want to shoot them up, bang. These are words that these people are telling me.
Okay, but my pushback on that is he's Haitian or FBA or whatever you want to, whatever he is at the end of the day. We don't know what he is. I mean, I haven't looked it up yet. What is the issue if he is Haitian?
Policy. That's where the policy comes in, because when he's at these black caucuses saying he's the freest black man in America, that hits different when you think about if he's Haitian or not. You know what I'm saying? When you're out here holding sanctuary cities And you're not only holding a sanctuary city, you're at these rallies or these speeches talking directly to the black community. Directly to the black community. And the black community, this woman, and plus not just her, a lot of people that even I've talked to personally, they feel like, look, it's not our fight. That's why she said we chilling on the block because we know they're not looking for us. And Brandon Johnson is in a different position if he is from a Haitian background, because the administration said as soon as they're done with the Latinos, the border crossing there, they're going to deport the Haitians. So that's where the fight becomes different. Now he's a little bit more incentivized. Why isn't he calling the Haitians to the front as well?
Well, let's begin here. He's not Haitian.
I mean, I don't know if he is or not. I don't care if he is. I'm just saying, for perfect it is.
I'm looking it up right now. Caribbean descent, something like that.
Well, if he's from Caribbean descent, he's something else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say Haitian, but if he's from Caribbean descent, that would put it in a different type of category. Like when you go to
he has to be American.
Yes, Carlos. I'm not saying he's not American. I'm not saying he's not American. What I'm saying is this. For me, if I was in office, I wouldn't have as much of identifying with the Haitians as the community. I wouldn't know their struggles. I wouldn't know their troubles because I didn't grow up that way. Him coming from this background, he knows the struggles, he knows the troubles. We've heard Top Cat call in and talk about how the country was one of the best producing places and they've been isolated and excommunicated from the world due to France. And if you're from that descent, you're more inclined to know those things. You're more inclined, even subconsciously, to show favoritism or to, what's another word for it? Fight a little harder. Because you feel like you're fighting for not only Americans, but you're fighting on two different levels. You're fighting American, and then these are American Haitians. Like shit, it's the duality. You know what I'm saying? It's like it goes back to America first. Is this America first, or is it shit a fight that you got because of your descent? Same situation how they did with the civil rights movement. The only difference with the civil rights movement is that most of those people, I ain't even gonna say most of those people were shit either brought here or indigenous.
My question is this: does it matter if he was born here and has, let's say for the case, because she said Haitian, let's say he has Haitian descent?
No.
Born here?
No, it doesn't matter. It's the same situation with Mamdani. That's why they call Mamdani a Palestine sympathizer, a terrorist sympathizer. He wasn't born over there. It's the same situation.
But at that point, then
No, not everybody.
Has any type of descent.
Not
every
everybody.
person besides FBA that has a heritage, a history from another country.
And it's not a problem, right? And it's not a problem until it's a glaring problem. It's not a problem until there are very different situations going on to where it's shown. Like it would have never came out probably that maybe he had some Caribbean descent or he was Haitian or nothing had he not been holding this sanctuary city. Had he let the police go into the jails and arrest people, he wouldn't be here. Had he not said he was the freest black man in America, they probably wouldn't have done that. So when situations arise, that's when it becomes a problem or noticeable. Had none of that, had not saying he shouldn't stand up for his city, but once you standing up for your city and it's not black people affected, this woman is saying, why are you bringing black people into this when we at home chilling? You saying it's our problem and our fight. No, nigga, it's your problem and your fight because you're of that descent or background, not us.
Isn't that making an assumption of his loyalty?
Yes.
So, I mean, we don't
But
know.
they gave reason. He gave reason to make an assumption of his. Nobody's loyalty gets questioned broadly without reason.
In that case, then, I mean, we could question everybody except FBA in this country.
When the situation arises, yes. We do critique everybody. Like, look at the APAC situation, look at the Russia loyalty, look at the even with the Mexicans flying their flags. We do that. AOC gets it, everybody gets it, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. Now, it's not always about dissent. Sometimes it's about money, or it's about loyalty, period. Whatever you are loyal to, once that loyalty shows, there's gonna be people that have a problem with that, if it's not loyalty to America first.
Okay, so how far back do we have to go when that no longer becomes relevant?
I don't know. I can't tell you, honestly.
I mean, there has to. Get what you're saying, and I'm not disputing what you're saying. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. Not Chicago, but he was born in Illinois.
Correct.
I haven't researched his parents and all that yet, but let's say his parents are American. Let's say his grandparents are American. Does that change anything?
Yes, because you're a little bit further removed from it. It does change the situation until a situation arises to where your loyalty is tested. Are you loyal to America first, or are you loyal to another situation, whether it's APAC, whether it's a foreign country, or whether it's a religious sector? And I can't tell you, I get what you're saying. Like, we need clear, defined role. Like, okay, after that's just not how human psychology works. There's just people react and act off of emotions. People speak it out based off of emotions. So we can put a hard line date there, but it's kind of like, I mean, shit.
My thing is this, he made an assumption that he comes from Haitian descent. That questions everything that he has, all the decisions that he has made.
When it comes to immigration, yes.
Immigration, but we don't even know to what extent his descendants are from the Caribbean or other. We don't know if it's 5, 6, 10 generations from now.
I mean, I don't. I'm not saying. So she gave him the open-ended floor. So now we're gonna see if he responds, if he comes out and he's, transparent, like, or if he just ignores it. I mean, it's out there. She said word on the street. She hadn't even confirmed it. You did some research and saw his Caribbean. I mean, I don't got the niggas 23 in me, but first generation, like, let's just say, I've been around a lot of Hispanics in my life. First generation, you can tell the difference between some first generation, second generation. There's a difference. First generation is gonna be a lot more, I'm not gonna say loyal, but they're gonna be a lot more forward facing with their origin. When you get the second generation, and these are Hispanics, I'm in Texas, I can't tell you about Florida or whatever, but in second generation Hispanics, some of those, they think they white. They try to pass for white. They're trying to get away from that heritage. Some of them, not all of them.
No, I agree with that 100%. That's why I was asking, this accusation, all of a sudden he's not black enough.
No, it's not that he's not black enough. It's not that he's not black enough. He's going against the black community that he represents. He doesn't only represent black people. He represents Chicago. There are white people there. There are Italians, Hispanics. There's a plethora of different groups there. But he's trying to mobilize the black community specifically when he's talking at these rallies. That's where it becomes a problem. That's just like if it was a white politician getting up there trying to specifically mobilize the black community. We seen what happened when they said if you're not black if you don't vote Democrat. You're not black if you don't vote for me. We seen it's the same situation. He's trying to mobilize a community, and they're saying that he's cosplaying as black. Like, oh nigga, you really not black. You know what I'm saying? You're not FBA. You're not that. So when you talk to people, talk to Chicago. Don't just talk to the black people in Chicago and try to mobilize them. Talk to everybody if that's what we doing. Because she's saying, and I've seen other people say, the black people in Chicago, they're not really tripping on these deportations. Like, it kind of is what it is.
Okay. That I understand. I understand that. I haven't followed him, so I don't know what his speeches are.
Yeah, he told him basically to fight back. Basically, in so many words, he was like, look, this Chicago, MF, we not going for that. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, but Chicago is a democratic city, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
it is. Most of Illinois is.
And it would reason that they would be against all this, the majority. Trump lost.
Yeah, correct.
So to sit there and be like, this isn't what Chicago wants, that's where it's like, it's a false argument to me because it is what Chicago wants.
No, it is what Chicago wants the people deported. They just some people are going against the way it's happening. They want Brandon Johnson to open up them jails so when the police of Chicago make an arrest and these people should be either see an immigration attorney or whatever's supposed to happen after that, they're saying we could just pick them up at the jail. That's how it happens in Arkansas. In Arkansas, if you go to jail, that's not what's happening in Chicago. So the people aren't against the deportation. They're against the way it's happening. Now, is a group of people that's against it, but it's not the black community. That's what they're saying. The black community,
The stats on that.
shit, look at the No Kings protest in Chicago.
I didn't really watch it in Chicago. I mean, I follow a couple people on YouTube from Chicago, and it seems like the majority of them are against it. And the way they're doing it, because, I mean, it's not just a prison issue, it's the way they're doing it in general, with the mask and all this and that.
Yeah, a lot of them are against the mask. Now the mask is a
you
different
have
story.
played videos.
Yeah, the mask is a different story. I don't think anybody's just for the mask that's black, white, dark, or bright that's Democrat.
So that's why I say it's not that everybody gets it, not that everybody just wants the whole prison thing. There's a stand on it that since they voted against him, they didn't want exactly what he was trying to do.
Correct. Also, they got a problem with him too because they say he's spending like a crazy amount of money on security every year, but he's saying Chicago is safe. That's another reason they mad at him too.
Well, Chicago's not in the top 10 most dangerous cities. I think they're like, I don't even know if they're in the top 20.
I don't know.
Not in the top 10.
They're probably not for overall violence, but murders for sure they are.
No, not even. We looked it up one day on your live.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago, we looked it up. They're not.
Well, all right, Carlos, we finna keep pushing in the show. I appreciate you for calling in, man, and giving me some pushback, man. No diddy. All right, Carlos. Yeah, man, Carlos had some good points, you know. He did. I'm finna play the clip through, though, so y'all can see where we at. If y'all just now coming in, double tap the screen, shut a live out. We're 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. I believe this is a town hall.
That's paid with a 501c3. You got a real, live South Shore resident at this mic. Now, what you're going to do for the citizens of South Shore and the black people of Chicago, you're going to stop with all this fake black facade you're doing. You're going to stop that. Because first of all, you're going to deal with the fact that word on the street is you're a Haitian.
you said plug, it only sounds like that when you say no Diddy, man. I gotta say no Diddy, no Epstein, no Drewski, man. Some of the shit be just coming off crazy.
If you're not, we're gonna dethrone this self-acclamation you gave yourself at that Black Caucus thing, where you said that you the freest black man in America right now. I dare you insult black men like that. You are far cry from that. You're sitting here talking against Trump, trying to make him look this way or that way, when we right here this morning saw you misuse the police department to violate our rights as citizens. Right? You told them that they cannot participate in getting these illegal immigrants while you sat up here and misrepresented that raid on South Shore Drive like black people was getting beat up and all that over there. You know that's a lie. I live over there, and black people over there, we kicking in and we chilling because ICE ain't looking for us. And you know they're not. They're coming to get what we asked our president to do, and that was to engage in mass deportation, to get these illegals out of our country. We are coming for them seats. Do you understand that? And while you got these people up in here acting like they pro-police, if they really was about the police, against the police, whatever the case may be, they deal with that Laquan McDonald Act so that we can get y'all up out of that seat. Yeah, you wipe your face. Yeah? You wipe your face because you're probably out breaking out in the sweat. Let me tell you something. We coming for them seats. And at first, I said it to you. Then it spread it to city council. But now you're going to mess with the black people of America and American citizens by being a fraud and showing the Democratic Party by how lousy they really are. Black people in America, American citizens, y'all say it along with me. From the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South, the Democratic Party, we putting y'all on alert. All across of America. That's right. We coming for them seats. That's right.
And walked up out there, motherfucker, didn't she? And walked up out there, motherfucker, then she chat. We coming for them seats! From the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South, the Democratic Party, we putting y'all ass on alert. We coming for them seats! Mic drop. She dropped the mic like this. She went the fuck off, then she chat. Pop, boy, I ain't gonna cap. She went off, man. All right, chat, we finna move on, man. We finna go into TPV Sean. He put out a message today saying that he is not suicidal, and if anything happens to him, y'all know what the fuck going on. Let me get my sub counter up here before we even proceed, chat. I gotta have the sub counter up there, dude. Like, no way, man. I gotta see where we at, what we doing. You know what I mean, chat? I gotta get that sub counter back up there, big dog. We still Weekend Warriors, man. We got about an hour and a half left. We still Weekend Warriors for like the last hour and a half, chat. We Weekend Warriors, and then we're gonna be. Oh, I almost shut it down. I almost ended the damn live. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. All right, chat. We in right here. I got the sub counter back up there. Here we go. All right, this TPV Sean shit, man. Let's see what TPV Sean talking about.
To a child trafficking network stretching from Washington, D.C. to Tel Aviv. Then, just 2 days later, he was dead. According to a long-time Turning Point USA donor and one of Charlie's closest friends, who has bravely decided to share what he knows, this was no random tragedy. It was a public execution.
What's up, Blackish?
A warning to anybody who might dare to follow in his footsteps. The source, now terrified for his own life, says Kirk's dramatic U-turn on Israel in the final months before his death brought direct threats from powerful Jewish donors, and even Netanyahu's personal US security network. But it wasn't until Charlie discovered the ultimate betrayal, that his own wife was allegedly working as an Israeli agent tied to trafficking operations, that they decided he had to be silenced. Video is brought to you by BP.net, the only VPN I tried. I understood how power really works. The networks, the blackmail, the sickening vice that holds the system together. He called it the
Kylian George Skew, Jorge Skew, is it George Skew? Yes, George Q, I'm tripping. On Charlie Kirk's assassination, warns it can happen anywhere. I consider him a martyr. Charlie Kirk always promoted peace. It happened to Charlie in America. It could have happened here as well or anywhere else. Yeah, and they said they found a damn tree stand over there lined up at the Trump Air Force Strip. They said they found the tree stand. Somebody could have lined Trump up when he got off that plane, man. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all know anything about that tree stand, man, they was probably trying to get busy. I'm not gonna lie, chat. They was probably trying to get busy. If that's not, a state play, like they just set it up to make it look like this, man. If it's somebody actually put a fucking tree stand up there, pointing at that where he's getting off that plane, they mean business, bro. They not bullshit. They probably gonna knock some down, man. Try to.
The hidden architecture. Global institutions stacked with predators and puppets. Men who traded influence like currency and innocence like a commodity. Charlie became
Yeah,
obsessed
Gito,
with
I remember that.
pulling back the curtain and showing them what was really happening. But he knew the risks. And when he started digging deeper, he realized the corruption wasn't just out there, it was also close to home. This is where his story takes its darkest turn.
So Charlie writes in this group chat, just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Somebody writes, ugh. Charlie writes, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause.
For days, the mainstream media attack dogs tore into the story, calling it fake.
Yeah, y'all hang out. We finna get into that Umar in a minute.
Mocking the source and gaslighting the public into silence. But then, Turning Point USA themselves confirmed the messages were real. They didn't have to. Charlie had already said the same things on record and in his own words.
Jewish donors, they have a lot of explaining to do, a lot of decoupling to do, because Jewish donors have been the number one funding mechanism of radical, open-border, neoliberal, quasi-Marxist policies, cultural institutions, and nonprofits. This is a beast created by secular Jews. And now it's coming for Jews, and they're like, what on earth happened? And it's not just the colleges. It's the nonprofits, it's the movies, it's Hollywood, it's all of it. It's like, time for you guys to wake up and say no more. Draw a line in the sand. I don't care if you hate me.
The fact is, Charlie wasn't just questioning policy, he was digging into the root of global corruption. He was tracing the money, the networks, and the names behind the world's darkest trade, child trafficking. Hundreds of thousands of victims taken from the poorest corners of the globe and from war zones where chaos provides perfect cover.
See, chat, y'all know that I started in the entertainment sector too. I got an entertainment channel too. It's a different channel now though. I ain't told the family because I'm trying to build it up a little bit. But listen, chat, what's crazy is why do these trafficking networks span all industries? It's like you got it in the rap music, the rap industry and shit they talk about, or Hollywood, we'll just put it as Hollywood. Talk about it in Hollywood. Now we got it in politics. It's in finance. All the way even into like business with the damn Wayfair shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it span every industry, bro? It's crazy. Y'all don't remember we did the live where when Oculus was here, Oculus had picked up the dude in his Uber and he had that jacket on, that LV jacket, and inside it had Protect the Kids on the inside of it. It's even in the fashion industry. It's crazy.
Including those where Israel plays a central role, Ukraine among them. Did answers from Netanyahu himself, and that's when everything changed. Sources say the Israeli leadership began viewing Charlie as a liability, even a threat to Israel's future. Within Israeli political circles, Kirk was seen as a rising star, a man destined for the presidency. But a future Republican president who wasn't fully aligned with Israel, who asked questions instead of obeying orders, who understood Israel's role in the international child trafficking network supplying DC and Hollywood, not to mention...
It's like the only one that they really haven't broken through is like sports. Sports is like the only part of the entertainment industry that you really don't see pedophilia. I mean, you see it a little bit. Byron Scott and a couple people did get popped, but it's not as widespread.
mention numerous European capitals with young blood. That was something they could never allow.
One more thing rather explosively. 3 people. Only off record. 2 people.
Yeah, we was watching that 33-degree Mason the other night talking about ex 33-degree Mason. He was talking about they believe that's the way to live forever. You know what I'm saying? They believe that's how you live forever. It's crazy, bro. So when you say it's a religion, I mean, I guess.
People who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this.
Like, what happened to people looking for El Dorado, man? Do y'all remember growing up, like, people used to want to look for El Dorado, the city of gold and shit? Like, now people are trying to do other shit, man. Like, what happened to, like, did anybody ever find El Dorado? What's going on?
The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed. He told these people, I think they're going to kill me, okay? He did not express that to me, so I am telling you this based off the testimony of 3 people. And I am saying this because I hope that these people, who I think are good, will be inspired to come forward with that.
According to whistleblowers deep inside Turning Point USA, there are more than 3 people who know the truth and hold the evidence Charlie uncovered. In his final weeks, he was preparing to launch a full internal audit after discovering financial irregularities. He'd already begun breaking away from the pro-Israel narrative he'd once pushed, knowing that move alone...
Yeah, I'm going to keep it real, man. We got to understand that Charlie Kirk wasn't a damn president. So when you get to talking about them taking in $150 million a year, donors turning down $2 million, chat, I cannot tell a lie. Where I'm from, man, a rubber band to get your ass up out of here. $1,000, somebody might be on your ass. $5,000, it's a high likelihood somebody gonna send some shots at you. $10,000, your ass better have some paper to put some money back on their head. Straight up, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. 10 bands, man. 10 bands where I'm from, get your ass smoked, boy. 10, a dub, you might get hunted. 20 ball, oh, you might get hunted. You know what I'm saying? 10, they coming for you. A 20, oh, you might get hunted. They trying to come get that 20 this week. I'm just gonna be, so we talking about $150 million they pulling in through this company. We talking about $2 million donors turning down. Man, I just told y'all what a 20 would get where I'm from. 20,000.
Get him killed. But what truly sealed his fate was what he found next. Israel's hidden role in global trafficking, and the unthinkable connection to his own wife. Now, we're going to hear from a Turning Point USA donor who says the evidence shattered Charlie, left him reeling in disbelief, yet more determined than ever to uncover the truth no matter the cost. That's an important word from our sponsor.
Y'all gotta think, man.
Such as ivermectin.
And say his goodbye.
Stick offer.
Y'all gotta think, man. They got Dolph out of here for 100,000, man. This, we talking about Dolph, you know what I'm saying? Bulletproof truck, survived 100 shots. This Dolph here, they got Dolph out the way for 100, man. We talking about $150 million in money flowing through this company, man. They got Dolph out of here for 100. It took them a couple times. They tried a few times, but they lonely Dolph, man. I want PNB Rock, who else? 3, we don't know how much they pay to get more 3 out of here. Like, it's crazy, man.
The world was stunned by revelations about Erica Kirk's mysterious past, including her alleged ties to a NATO base in long accused by locals to be a hub of trafficking for underage children. Fact checkers and mainstream media hacks rushed to discredit the story, twisting, deflecting, and doing everything they can to bury it. But then, it happened. Footage surfaced of Erica Kirk herself smiling on camera, personally thanking Colonel Otto Buscher, the very man at the center of the Romanian child.
I see you, Cash. What it do, Cash? You said start a panel and put Corey on. Corey, you came on the panel?
Allegations, thanking him for everything he'd done for her so-called child adoption agency.
In 2012, Erica Kirk, then Erica Francevy, competed in the 2012 Miss USA pageant as Miss Arizona, started working for Donald Trump, and then immediately after that went to Romania and posted this following video on her Vimeo page 12 years ago.
I believe that we all have angels in our lives, and these are my little angels from Antonia Placement Center in Constanța, Romania.
The person and the organization that she thanks at the end of that video, Colonel Busher and Associa United Hands Romania, have proven ties to child trafficking at multiple different points of their time in Romania. According to ctnews.ro, Associa United Hands Romania had close ties with the U.S. military at the Black Sea Rotational Force 17.1 and at the Mihal Kogalsanu military base. Now forgive me for these pronunciations, I don't speak Romanian. In this article from January of 2020 from activenews.ro, I translated it, so let me just read it to you. It says, a former translator from the American base in Kogalsanu accuses a real brothel operated here, where minors were brought in. The woman filed a criminal complaint with DICOT, D-I-I-C-O-T, requesting that the Kogalsanu file be connected to the Carsal Develsalu file. DICOT is the branch of the Romanian government that investigates organized crime.
Whistleblowers from inside Charlie's inner circle are coming forward, terrified, hiding, and speaking only through encrypted channels. Up what we already know, and revealing even more about the kind of information people are being killed for.
You know, I don't even know where to start. I watched him fall apart in those last few months. Not because he was crazy, because he was seeing too much. He was uncovering things that nobody in his position was ever supposed to touch. He used to tell me his wife was the best thing that ever happened to him. They met when he interviewed her for a media job. She was perfect, bright, charming, magnetic.
Man, who the fuck is this talking, bro?
He'd found his soulmate, but he didn't know about her past. That was the chapter she buried deep, and when it surfaced, it shattered him. I remember the night he called me, voice shaking. He said it straight out. I think she's part of it. I said, part of what? He said, the network. The same one I've been chasing. The same one tied into the wars, the border, the trafficking, all of it. He wanted to believe she could somehow love him and still be his handler. That's what he said. I still have the text. He was trying to make sense of the impossible. I told him he was too good a person, saw the good in people even when it wasn't there. But he wouldn't let it go. He kept digging. That's when he started talking about the Epstein files. He said those documents were the missing link. The proof that what he'd found wasn't isolated. That the trafficking, the blackmail, the political control, it all tied together. He was a Trump supporter, sure, but he kept saying, if Trump really stands for America, he needs to release the files, all of them. No redactions. The world needs the truth. He believed those files connected the dots, the border chaos, the international networks, the politicians on every side who were either compromised or complicit.
It can be hacked.
Isn't only blackmailing Congress, controlling the Fed.
Man, I couldn't listen to dude too much, man. He was talking to their voice like this, and I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't do it, man. Alright, Chad, let's get into this Dr. Umar. Let's get into this Dr. Umar, man. Dude really threw my damn vibe off with that damn shadowy figure. I'm not with the shadowy figures, Chad. The fuck going on? Double tap the screen, shut live out, man.
Not everything what
We 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal, man. Umar sat down with the Danza Project, man. We finna do a reaction to it.
And so how do you keep it together? Back to that mental health thing, like how do you feel?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
the haters, the struggle streamers, they really helped toughen me up to the criticism, because we've been dealing with it from the first day we took a donation in St. Louis, Missouri, April of 2014, when the St. Paul's College in Virginia went up for sale, because that's what we wanted. We wanted that HBCU, but they wanted $2 million and we couldn't raise it in time, so they sold it to the Asians, who currently have it now. So then that's when we said, well, we just gonna find us a regular school. So from 2014 till 2019, we school hunted. We found FDMG in 2017, but we couldn't afford it at the time. So we just stayed in negotiations with the owners, and then finally, February 2019, they gave it to us. So 5 years to find a school, which in my opinion, that's not a long time to raise the money and find it. 5 years ain't bad at all. And then you go from 19 to 25, right? So you're looking at 6 years of us renovating. It should have only taken us 2 or 3, but there was a lot of scamming going on with the contractors we were using. We really got done dirty by them. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to use Caucasian work, because I wanted to keep the money in the community. The people who gave us the money black. I want to keep the project black. Right. But I had to wake up one day and say, yo, if you waiting on your people to do this for you, it may not get done. And let me put that in context. You're talking about the second smallest state in the country, right? So you don't have much to pull from anyway. And then the city of Wilmington requires that your contractors be licensed in the state and licensed in the city. So for example, in Pennsylvania, if you're licensed by the Commonwealth, you can do work anywhere in the state. You got to be licensed in Delaware and then licensed again in Wilmington. You already dealing.
You probably should have thought about that before you bought that damn school. That's some shit you gotta know, man. I mean, hindsight 2020, but that's some shit you definitely gotta know.
Pool of available contractors, and then they add that on top. So I say it all the time. We have the best situation in the worst location. And when I say worst location, I'm simply speaking of the limited pool of resources in terms of contractors and the strict stipulations that are required for you to work on a project there. You know, if that same school was in Detroit, Chicago, Philly, we'd be done already, only because you got so many plumbers, you got so many HVAC, you got so many electric. You could go through 30 of them until you hit the right one. But you in the second smallest state, only a handful of black folks, you know what I mean? Contractors that you can really, you know, go to. And everybody we used came highly recommended, by the way. We didn't just grab people. These were people say, get him, get them. We got the people we were told to get, and they still didn't do us right.
But when the pool is so small,
when the pool
and the
is
competition isn't great, it's tough, you know.
And we ran into situations where sometimes, if I don't take the plumber, the electrician say I can't take the job. You feel me? Because that's my man. Right. So since you're not taking him, I can't do it. I'm like, damn. What that got to do with you? I need this. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of that where I like the electrician, don't like the plumber. I like the HVAC guy, don't like the electrician. So, you know, it's networks. You know, and you're dealing with a really small city, and you are outsider coming from Philly. I had to deal with some of that too. You know what I mean? Because even though I get a lot of love in Wilmington and a lot of love across Delaware, you still got them people say, we don't need him here. You know what I mean? We don't need no big city dude coming down here. We can handle our own business. But I'm not here for you. I'm here for the kids. You know what I mean? Because people say, why did you choose Wilmington? And I like Wilmington. I love the energy there. I really do. But people say, why did you choose Wilmington? I didn't choose Wilmington. I chose the school that was in Wilmington. In other words, we wasn't shopping for cities. We shopping for building. And that had the best building that we found. We should have been in Detroit. But once the Archdiocese found out who I was, they wouldn't sell me none of the schools. I knew we was in Detroit. Me and my mother was preparing to move to Detroit. I said, Mom, we going to Detroit. We out. It's going to be cold. She said, I don't care. Let's go. And then the Jewish realtor for the Archdiocese, and I thought that was interesting, that the Archdiocese had a Jew, because if you understand that history, but he said they want to see your curriculum. I said, we buying the school cash money. What you need to see my curriculum for? This ain't no charter school. You follow what I'm saying? This ain't no lease. Right. I'm buying and we done. What you want to know what I'm teaching for? I said, you can't get that.
Do they think you're pushing religion? Is it a religious thing? Like, where's the pushback in that city?
I think it's just that they knew who I was and wasn't going to sell. And guess what? Every school in Detroit that we wanted, still sitting there.
Why the fuck is there an ad on here, chat? All right, chat. How y'all feel about Umar so far? Y'all think Umar blowing smoke or he keeping it a buck, man? Y'all think Umar blowing smoke or
My
keeping it a
business because
buck?
I got too many enemies. Not everything. Well, this is my girlfriend. I don't give a damn. She ain't my girlfriend. Stop chatting my business because you don't know who she pillow talking with, and you don't know who they pillow talking with. You see what I'm saying? Because I think women don't understand the dangers of what I do. I'm not Cat Williams, right? And much respect to Cat. I'm not Shannon Sharp. I'm not Kevin Hart. They're purely entertainment. They're not
Umar a smoker? What you mean, Umar? See, where I'm from, H-Buster, a smoker don't just mean weed. Where I'm from, a smoker means you're like a functional, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You a smoker. So what are you saying? You trying to say Umar's on drugs, man?
activists, so they don't have to look over their shoulder all the time. Now, if they beefing with
Top
somebody,
Cat, what it do?
yes, but their job in and of itself is not a danger. My job in and of itself is a danger. I get death threats on a regular basis. You can't be running around telling people everything we do and where we go because you're compromising my security and you don't even know it because you're looking at me as an entertainer. You're not looking at me as an activist. And this is where I say all the time, my celebrity, and I hate to use that word, my celebrity sometimes undermines my activism because people don't understand. You feel me? This is not about the jokes and the laughs and the views and the clicks and the pictures. That's cute, but that's just the icing on the cake. It ain't the cake. And y'all missing the whole point of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so I think sometimes women in the general community sometimes fail to forget he's not an entertainer. He's an activist. His message is dangerous. Taking on the pharmaceutical industry, taking on the special ed complex, taking on the juvenile incarceration system. These are multi-billion-dollar industries. They don't like what I'm teaching. I got a letter from the Attorney General of Pennsylvania a couple years ago. He threatened to take my credentials if I didn't stop teaching what I was teaching. He gave no examples of what I was teaching. You feel me? He just said, if you keep saying what you're saying, we're going to take your credentials away from you. And I'm saying, what exactly am I saying that ain't true? Or he gave no examples. But he basically threatened to shut me down if I keep on waking parents up to the dangers of and to their rights regarding special ed, ADHD, behavior problems, psychiatric meds, because I know it's affecting the bottom line. Because there's too many parents I've woke up. And not just the black parents, because I get calls from the Asians, the East Indians. They'll never tell you, but I help parents all across the spectrum. But of course, it's mostly the African parents.
I just thought about this, Chad. Have Umar ever raised some kids? Like, I know he said he taught school and was at the schools and shit, but like, just have he ever raised some kids?
They're beginning to feel the pinch of that a little bit. And I think they have the state trying to crack down on me because of it. So I need people to understand that I may have the mainstream popularity of a celebrity, but my work is that of a Malcolm and a Martin and a Garvey and a Megger and a Huey. That's the work. You follow what I'm saying? Don't lose sight of the work because you're caught up in the appearance of things. And that's where the celebrity undermines the activism.
Did you hear speaking on women and their ability to talk?
Yes.
A little too much.
Yes.
Did you hear Aisha Curry, Steph Curry's wife? She recently had a podcast where she was speaking to the people. It seems as if there was a bit of a misconception in what she was saying. What she stated, and look, there's two sides of it, and I understand both. From what I gathered from what she says is, she meets Steph Curry. She's a 22-year-old girl. She wasn't expecting to be all this.
Okay.
I didn't expect to be a mom. She feels like she kind of lost herself in this, although she's, dating a superstar. She's got she's got all the money. She's got the beautiful kids. She's got the life. But she's saying, like, this isn't the life I wanted.
Not her identity.
And what she stated, from what I gathered, is, I wanted to be the queen, the businesswoman that helped, not the one that just was the mother at home. I wanted to be able to build a career and be able to help build up my man. And it just so happened that this is my path.
I guess my question for her would be, why couldn't you still have done that? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't
Are
see.
you not in a better position?
My question is, why the fuck you telling our business? That's the first thing that I'm gonna ask is why the fuck? Listen, bro, got some beautiful kids over there, up some millions and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck is you telling the world this, man? Like, what? Even if that's your truth, like, what? Why the fuck is you telling the world this?
To do so now?
Yeah, I don't see why she could not have still done that. I would be confused about that. Now, if she was dating an activist and said that, that would be different. Because if you Betty Shabazz or Coretta Scott King or Amy Garvey or Anna Douglas, your whole life changes because of the mission of your husband, because he's serving the people.
Right.
She ain't married to an activist. You're married to an athlete. So who's rich? So why couldn't you still have done that? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. I understand what she's saying, but I don't understand why she could not have still led that life.
Yeah. And it seems to be the issue right now with podcasts and media just all over the place, because you can go down the street and there's media there. There's somebody there, just as we are today.
Yes.
The voices are outspoken, and it seems, a lot of people sit there and they look at it and they say, well, man, what it must feel to be like, even though they don't know how Steph Curry feels. Oh, man, it must suck that he has to go through that with a woman saying, it's kind of like that Travis Hunter thought. Well, also you're saying that maybe you meeting me kind of thwarted your life in a negative way.
I would argue Steph may not mind because he knows she's not going anywhere. I don't mean that in a negative way, but I think they have a pretty good marriage.
Yeah.
So he's probably at the point in his life where he's like, let her talk. Right. You know what I mean?
Let her get it off.
Because what y'all don't know is she really enjoying the benefits of being Miss Curry. Despite all that. You see what I'm saying? You're enjoying the benefits of being Miss Curry. So I think he's good with it at this point. It almost harkens me back to what Jada Pinkett Smith was saying about Will, kind of on the same lines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I really don't like when the women publicly go against their husbands.
It's so distasteful.
Right.
I don't mind a little bit of it.
Like, why? I'm just not understanding why. Like, why you go sit on these folks' couch and tell them our fucking business? We rich as hell. You could have got any therapist in the world, not in America. Steph Curry got the kind of money this lady could have got any therapist in the damn world to tell this shit to. She finna write a book or something.
To let people know you still your own woman.
Right.
I understand you got to do that for the feminazi. I get it.
Especially if it's real.
Right.
I understand.
But to constantly, like Aisha, this is becoming a pattern.
Well, yeah.
Jada, it's a pattern.
Ain't like that.
You know what I mean? Like, are you emasculating me in public?
Well, then after that, I saw a clip of her on, I think it was The View, and they had some guy, buff black dude, shirt off, bring out some drinks. They said, I think it's time for us to have a drink. And then topless dude come out with a tray full of drinks. She did one of these gestures like, oh, he's here.
Ooh, which one? Which one?
Aisha.
Aisha grabbed the ring.
Did you actually see the clip? I heard about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look. Hopefully she was joking. Still ain't.
I seen the clip. She was joking. I wouldn't have put up with that shit. She would have got home and we would have got into it a little bit. I would have been like, yo, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Fuck going on over there. That ain't no shit you do. Like, that ain't no shit you do. You know what I'm saying? But she was joking.
inappropriate though.
Yeah. Back to back.
Could be some truth in them jokes.
And now the narrative is out there, and this, I don't think this is the first time she's expressed this taste about being the famous person's wife.
Yeah. Well, if she wants an open relationship, and I couldn't have that with my woman personally,
Now we can't lie. Don't give that. Now while we on the black women, we can't lie. We do have examples. What's that girl with the fucking podcast? What's that girl with the podcast? She look kind of like the Hawk Tour girl a little bit. What's that girl? She be real. The one Offset said was like unseasoned chicken. Yeah, she left her husband and kids and everything too. She would talk crazy to him on TikTok for all that time. Ended up leaving his ass.
But them celebrities, they do.
But he wasn't rich like Steph Curry.
If she wants an open relationship, bring it to your husband and see what he has to say about it. I heard Will and Jada has an open relationship. I don't know if it's true. Allegedly, they have an open relationship.
That might not have been by
so
choice.
maybe Aisha wants an open relationship.
Yeah,
I don't
Bobby.
know if Steph is into that, because his parents were married. They divorced, but they were married a long time.
Yeah.
So normally when you come from that type of foundation, you want a traditional foundation, not no crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But it sounds like she needs to get back out there to revalidate her femininity again.
Yeah, it sounds like where she's going.
You know what I mean? Because, in marriage, you can grow apart.
Like, and then, like, shit, not, I know it's a different relationship, it's a different household, but look at what the fuck J-Lo was just talking about nobody could love her enough, talking about these men gave her their all, but it just wasn't enough, and the 6 engagements, 4 rings, like, shit, you might as well just said, some other shit, but to say that they gave you their all and they just still didn't understand how to love is crazy. Like, that make me look at you like a fucking, y'all know the cereal you just don't, that you just don't eat, you know what I'm saying? Like, the box might look good, the box look good as hell, crazy cereal on the box, man, but you try it and the cereal's just it's not there, man. So every time you just put the box up there, so every time you walk by, you see this box of just what could have been. So that's what I get when you say that they gave you everything and they just still didn't know how to love. It's like, what the hell is going on?
And I've done a lot of therapy, a lot of life coaching. People can sometimes grow apart. It's not that he wrong. It's not that she wrong. We just not the people we were before. Is she there yet? You know what I mean? That would be the question. Yeah. Are you there yet? Are you ready to start dating outside this marriage? And if you are, that's the conversation you got to have with your husband. I support the black couples. I don't want to see them break up. I love the Steph and Aisha thing. You know what I mean? I'm glad Will and Jada's still together through all the crazy stuff. You know what I mean? I love the Nelly and Ashanti's.
Is it fucked up if I say I'm not? When he say I love that Will and Jada still together, is it fucked up? I'm just indifferent. I don't care if they're together or not. It is what it is.
I love the LeBrons and his queen,
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. We need those examples of young black love. When Offset and Cardi B broke up, I was like, damn, because y'all was a nice couple, you know what I mean, with the babies and everything. You know what I mean? I just think we need to preserve that black love, especially amongst the young folks, because right now, they pushing a bunny hop.
Then Cardi got pregnant by Stephon. He got he got 3 newborns out right now. Like, damn. Offset was knocking down them Africans, though. He was taking down them Africans. I mean, he didn't have a baby on you, though. I mean, like, this nigga had a few babies on you.
Much in the rainbow so much that our children are not seeing enough examples of healthy black love, and if they don't start seeing it, they're not going to want to be a part of it.
With Aisha's case, how you stated, you don't know why she's not doing it. Does the mothering those children early on, you don't think that takes an effect into
it? Does. Yeah, it does. But did you not have a say in that? You see what I'm saying? Steph didn't. I don't know the dynamics of the relationship, but
take this baby.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you wanted that baby because part of having that baby was locking in the bag. Like, let's be be
This
real.
business agreement is official.
First to the ocean gets the drink. You know what I mean?
Your contract's $450 million.
Let's have two.
So let's not act like these babies was all unplanned.
Yeah.
Okay? Maybe 2 or 3 wasn't, but that first one to a celebrity, no woman's convincing me that you're having an unplanned baby with a celebrity. Come on. It was planned. I want them to stick. I want them to stick together.
And I think they will because he seems to be defending her.
Okay, good. Good.
Know,
I like
so
that.
it's like let her.
I like that.
Let her go.
Now his mom might need to have a conversation with her though, from mother-in-law to daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Like, listen.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's how we handle.
You better leave my baby alone.
Yeah, you save that. Come talk to me.
Yeah.
But you can't keep running on these little shows. You know what I mean? Taking hits at my son because he's held you down. And I've never heard anything about Steph and any infidelity.
Yeah.
And he's very popular amongst the women. You feel me? I haven't heard nothing. So he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's the complaint. Let's not do this on The View.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we do
yes.
some counseling within home? I like what you said. Have the mother of Steph. I like that.
You know,
That's always good.
I'm a huge Curry fan, and you know, there's Bron out there, and I love Bron too. But you know, if you're kind of forced in one direction, if you like Curry, you gotta.
If I gotta choose one or the other, I might have to go Curry.
Yeah.
But
there's a great example of a powerful relationship in
Yes.
Savannah
Oh, yes.
and LeBron.
Oh, yes. Hands
you know what I
down.
mean? Because you won't catch her.
Nah.
You won't catch her bad mouthing Bron.
Nah, you won't. We could be doing more with what we have, and we're not. All these schools closed down. Why we ain't buying them and opening up our own schools? Why we don't have our own hospitals? Right? When that COVID and they killed off all our elders with the COVID, where the black hospitals at? We owned and operated more than 500 black hospitals in America. 500 in 400 years. That's more than a hospital a year. We down to maybe a dozen now. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yes, fight the government for what we need. You got to fight them because they're racist and they're oppressive and they're always trying to marginalize us. But come on, y'all. You mean to tell me we shouldn't have more banks of our own? More hospitals of our own? More supermarkets of our own? More schools of our own? Why y'all so worried about Dr. Umar's school? You build one. That's only one. We need hundreds of them. Where yours at? And I really believe that slavery stole from us our natural God-given desire to control our destiny. We are not stingy about power. We are not selfish about control. Every other community is. And I think a part of that stems from the religious indoctrination that has made the American African people feel like they have to love everybody as much as they love themselves. When you love everybody as much as you love yourself, you're never a priority, not even for yourself. So we can't catch up unless we get undivided attention. Look at our professional organizations. Congressional Black Caucus, they for everybody, not just black people. They rewrote their mission statement a few years ago to reflect we're for everybody, not just blacks. NAACP, we're for everybody, not just blacks. Urban League, we're for everybody, not just blacks. The fraternities and sororities, the Divine Nine, I love them, but they're for everybody, not just for blacks. What organization has an undivided focus on the liberation and salvation and emancipation of African people in this country? You can hardly find them. And a big part of that is so many of our organizations are...
That's crazy, Chad. That's crazy. Let me open up the phone lines, man.
Financed by white philanthropy. If they're funding you, you can't be pro-black.
Can never be greater.
You can't. Because we are not popular in this country. So if you're taking money from anybody talking about I'm going to use it to help black people, you're going to run into a brick wall. You cannot do that. That's why we have to finance ourselves. There was a book written. I have it. I haven't completed reading it. and it's called The Revolution Will Not Be Financed.
Oh,
The book is talking about why we haven't made more progress in America because we keep looking for somebody else to finance the movement. The government didn't finance King. The government didn't finance the Panthers. They didn't finance Black.
Oh, shit.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
What it do? What up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
What's going on?
not much.
Okay. I want to make a comment on Dr. Umar's saying first, if you don't mind. My uncle told me a long time ago, keep in-laws and outlaws out your marriage. Relationship is between you and the woman, and it's nobody else's business. I find it very offensive that grown-ass men is gossiping like bitches about another man's relationship. Okay? It ain't cool where I come from. You know, worry about your own marriage. And Dr. Umar, you got 2 baby mamas and 2 kids, and your daughter is on your ass about you not being a father. Your daughter is dumb as a motherfucking box of rocks. So that means you didn't teach her nothing. Okay? So when Umar is sitting up here talking about what he's talking about, now yes, I do agree with him that maybe Steph Curry's wife should keep the business in the house, but that's not for anybody else to say. You can't speak up on my woman and what she does. I'm the one she has to talk to. Where I'm coming from? Now, I understand what you're saying is, why are you talking on, I'm bringing in $100 million to the house, and you have a chance to go back to school, get a PhD, be a doctor, do whatever the hell you want to do. Why you feel like you have an emptiness in your life when I can fulfill all your dreams? And I'm not going to put it on certain women, because I know I'll be strung up. But my whole thing is, it just trips me out that let's start with Mike Tyson's woman. Remember Robin Gibbons? Went on national TV and aired his business, and that led to his downfall. Okay, let's talk about Michelle Obama. Why are you telling people all your business? You was the first lady. Now you gossiping like an old hoe. Will Smith, old lady. It seems like when the men make all these accomplishments, the women want to try to get in the limelight. Sit your ass down and take care of the kids. If you feel like you want to accomplish something, take your ass back to school, get a PhD, be an artist, sing, do something. But don't come out here and disrespect me as a man, because I got other shit to be worried about. You understand where I'm coming from? If you don't like it, jump ship. Shit. Take the money and run. Hell, I've been married 5 times, and like I said, I don't allow people to be in my marriage. Get in my marriage, and I find out that my wife has something with selling business, and you gotta go, or I gotta go. I ain't got time for that nonsense. So that's my opinion on that. Now, as far as Dr. Umar, he ain't nothing but a con artist, and all that. He blames everybody for his bad business decisions. Now, he had thousands of people who wanted to volunteer and help him school established. You understand what I'm saying? I used to be a preschool teacher. Don't take much for you to open up a school. You do have to have a men and women's bathroom. You do have to have the proper facilities and so forth. But you don't need no kitchen, dining room. Kids can brown bag it. They can bring their own lunch in. They're here to get an education. Then he don't even have to keep the same hours as a school. He can have kids coming in for 4 hours and getting an intense education. You know, so him talking all that nonsense, he with that BS, because he was supposed to be what, a child psychologist. That's what it is. Child psychology ain't got nothing to do with teaching, because I haven't yet to see him teach one child. Have you ever heard of one? I never have.
He said he done helped all of these. He said he was with the special needs, man.
Man, that means he messed with kids who are mentally challenged. What he's saying, right?
Yeah.
So how is he going to deal with geniuses? Kids who are normal. Kids who are smarter than the average kid. I picked up on that a while ago. So Umar, you really only can handle kids on the short bus. You can't handle no real geniuses. You know, you bought the building, then you made all kind of excuses of why you couldn't finish the job. How long was that? Like 12 years? Years he been back to the yacht. Then he running. You know, my whole thing is, if he was so good, why you kept running over to Africa then? Some trips to Africa if you got the support here. It needs to be focused on. Yeah, for their school. I mean, you drop your kids off to a daycare, right?
Right. I don't, but
it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing fancy to be accredited by the state, right? By the city. You don't take all that much. And if you such a outstanding scholar and leader, Dr. Umar, maybe you didn't like delegating authority. You know what I'm talking about, Fred? Plug, meaning let other people who are a little bit more accomplished and know a little something more than you handle it. You know, your secretary and stuff like that. But all that money he kept to himself. You know, he didn't let nobody else in on his business. I don't think he had accountants. I don't even think he had adequate teaching staff. Okay? So, as far as I'm concerned, he's a fraud. Okay? Now, the subjects and so forth, like what's going on with the politics, with the Charlie Kirk and all that, how can you shut down an investigation when you just barely started it? Charlie Kirk assassination, right?
Right.
In a month.
He said, man, said they got the right person in custody, man.
Yeah, but what about all the loose ends? That's why we have a conspiracy going on, because there's too many loose ends and they can't give us explanations for why this is this way and how come this was this way. How Candace Owens is making her money by asking questions about things that there never was a concrete answer to. Okay. Now Dorsey's being a little bit restrained on his comments, because I went way overboard the other night. Okay. Ain't nobody asked you. She over here talking like, yeah. Anyway, I was in the damn fields of an oil field. You was up in a house chilling. You don't even know what happened. But anyway, like I'm saying, what's going on with Cash Patel, like I said, he never seemed to me to be the kind of person who could handle that type of agency, the FBI. Okay, so he's a failure as an FBI director, if you ask me. Okay.
All right.
What was the other one you had?
Man, look, this what we finna do. We finna go to the hold on. We finna go to the.
We finna go to a panel. We finna panel.
Yeah, we finna go to a panel, but we going to the panel on the backup channel chat. So let me
Okay, you gonna be in it.
All right, chat. Look, we finna go to the panel.
Yeah, can I say one more thing though?
Yeah, hold on, nigga. Damn, that's the StreamYard thing. Go ahead. What you gotta say?
As far as old boy being a Haitian and so forth.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about that on the panel. That's what I'm trying to get you to say that.
Oh, okay, because you know these people don't understand black culture.
Just hold on. We're gonna talk about that on the damn. I'm trying to get to it if I can. Hell, Top Cat calling in now too. Look, y'all gotta get to the backup. Hold on, you don't even know what the backup channel is. Hold on. That's what I'm trying to. This nigga done hung up. He don't even know what the backup channel is, bro.
Top Cat.
Y'all don't even know what the backup channel is, bro. That's crazy. What's up, Top Cat?
Hey, what's up? I'm gonna ask you before I even get going. I am hooked up to a charger right now. Am I coming through clear?
Yeah, you are. But look, we finna go to a panel. I'm trying to get everybody over here to this panel. I didn't mean. Look, this is the panel right there, chat. The backup channel is Debate Nation. DEBATNATIONN. It's on my community tab wall. So if everybody goes to my community tab and clicks that live, we are live over there. I'm finna start the live right now. So we live over there on the backup channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on through. We migrating over from this one to the backup.
You want me to hop or you want me to go ahead and keep going on this?
Nah, I need you to go on there to the backup channel, Debate Nation. If you go to my community tab wall, I got the link posted. You just click the link and go over there. And we going to have this convo on the panel because Dorsey want to talk, you want to talk. I told y'all I was going to bring the panels back, so I'm trying to be a man of my word.
That's 100 because I love the damn panel. To me, it's 100%. All right, I'll be over there because I want to hear what Dorsey got to say. I wasn't finna go against him, but I wanted to see what he had to say because I definitely respect what he talking about.
All right, Corey World, I see you over there. Corey World already over there. All right, Top Cat. He hung up. All right, y'all. Y'all go on over to the backup channel, man. Debate Nation. Debate Nation. Debate Nation. Y'all go on over. Let me replace the pin message. Carlos, go to the backup channel. I got it pinned. The backup channel pinned. It's on my community tab wall. Head on over to the backup channel. We got 4 people over here, man. We got Dorsey on the stage. We got 4 people over here, man. Head on over to the backup chat. Everybody head to the backup channel, man. Debate Nation. Top Cat, go to Debate Nation. Go to my community tab wall, y'all. Hold on, let me go. Is my camera on? Yeah, go to my community tab wall, Debate Nation with 2 N's. Debate Nation with 2 N's, man. That's where we live at, man. What's up, JP? What's up, Carlos? I'm gonna give people a couple more minutes to migrate over here, and then we're gonna start. I'm gonna give people a couple more minutes to migrate over here. Live on Debate Nation. Let me do this. Alright, boom. Now I can do this. We live on Debate Nation, man. Dorsey, you here? Oh, y'all say I'm muted. Dorsey, you here? Damn, Dorsey, you here? All right, we got 15 people in here. I'm finna end the other one. No, I wasn't mute. I was muted because I didn't want the mics to go through. I'm finna end the other one, man. We live on Debate Nation, Plug Station, man. We live on Debate Nation. It's in the pink comment. The pink comment. We live, man. Y'all here?